Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan, also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is January 3rd, 2026. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 3, and, well, we'll probably cover 11 and 12, but we'll see for sure. Today in one of my readings in my devotionals, I read about the fact that one of the things that we should do as Christian men, because it's a devotional to men, but women should do as well, I'm sure the author would agree, is that we should always speak and give blessings. That was the statement at it. There was a lot more to the devotional, of course, but that one jumped at me. Always speak, whenever you speak, give a blessing. And I got to thinking about that statement. You know, in Proverbs chapter 3, it goes through and says, do this, this is the blessing. Do this, this is the blessing. In verse 11 and 12, it says, do not despise Yahweh's instruction, my son. Do not loathe his discipline, for Yahweh disciplines the one he loves, just as a father, the son he delights in. But before that, all of chapter 3 talks about things like trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Think about him in all your ways and he will guide you on the right path. That sounds like a blessing, right? Well, I've said this before and I want to drive this point home. The reality is, the statement in that devotional that I read this morning was not bad. We should always, whenever we speak, make sure that we're blessing. But here's the thing. The blessing that you and I may think of isn't necessarily what God considers a blessing. See, blessing is a consequence, is it not? It's a consequence of doing something right. That means that there should be a consequence, a negative, for doing it wrong. Solomon often offers the blessing, a consequence, in everything he writes. Do not despise the Lord's instruction, my son, and do not loathe his discipline, because Yahweh disciplines the one he loves, just as a father, the son he delights in. Well, that's not a blessing, except for it is. It's the blessing of a consequence. You know, you and I cannot operate truthfully in the world we live in without knowing that there are consequences for our actions. We do something that is beneficial. We reap something that is pleasurable or beneficial to us. We do something that is negative or derogatory. We reap something that is negative or derogatory in the world around us. And sometimes it comes back and bites us in the butt too. Unfortunately, negative consequences often take a while to get back. Have you noticed that positive consequences often can hit the endorphin side of your brain pretty darn quick, and you can experience the spiritual and emotional blessing long before you may experience a physical blessing. But the other way around doesn't always come about, does it? So my statement for you today is blessings are in the consequences. They are the consequences. And we need to remember that a positive consequence or a negative consequence is still a blessing from the Lord, because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, just like a father does the son he delights in. He wants us to be our best. He's going to give us consequences because he loves us. And in those consequences are the blessings for us. Everything that is done, positive or negative in the world, is done for one reason: is so that you will know that he is God. You have a right to reject it. It doesn't change the outcome of what he's trying to show you. Just spend some time in the Old Testament looking at the Jews and how they lived their lives in Exodus. It'll show you. Spend some time looking at your life, and you'll see how God was there and he loved you. How John 3:16 plays out in a moment when things seem to be going completely wrong. Proverbs chapter 3 starts with this thought. My son, don't forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commands, for they will bring you many days a full life and well-being. Never let loyalty and faithfulness leave you. Tie them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will find favor and high regard in the sight of God and man. Blessings are the consequences. We don't ever think about the negatives that way, do we? But we really, really should. As you go out into the world today, let's look for ways to make the positive consequences be felt by the entire world. And when we notice a negative, let's do our best to resolve those things. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.